Yeah, it circled for a second.
Oh, circling the whole time?
It's circled for a quick second.
Oh, circling the whole time? All right. All right, we good. Wait, why is it going back out? Hold on.
Yeah, hit verse 1, and then we'll jump to verse 5. Or verse 4.
All right, I think we good.
Shalom, Israel. Did I start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahawah,
BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash.
Number one is to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, and Shalom, select out there, doing this word of faith, labor, love, and true sincerity. Brother Jim, that's what it's Faith, New Jersey, here with the weekly sit down. And, it's, open forum, just going to let the Spirit speak, how the Spirit speak, and, Lord willing, the segment is edifying. All right?
All right, so this is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery."
Now, the Lord always gives, certain nicknames, if you will, to describe certain places. What other place can be considered the bloody city besides America? Based upon its history, based upon the totality of everything that's been done here. Somebody give me Songs of Three Holy Children, 1 and 9. And then read that first verse again.
Yep. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery."
Full of lies, rape, rob, murder, and blood, man. That's what America's foundation is. But yet, you're told that you're supposed to get an education. Yet you're told if you work hard enough, you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up. But they've done nothing but lie and rob and pillage, man. And somebody else hold Isaiah 10 and 12. Yeah, bring that up.
Got it up.
Who got the
yeah, I got
Psalms 3 Holy Children?
This is Psalms 3 Holy Children, 1 and 9. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies. Most hateful forsakers of God, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world.
This is describing America, man. We've been delivered into the hands of lawless enemies, the most hateful forsakers of God. How can you determine who's hateful forsaken against the Most High? You judge them by their actions. Everything that America supposedly stands for, and on a dollar bill, in God we trust. Well, which God? You know what I mean? Which power do you believe in? You believe in spiritual demon Satan. That's who they worship, man. And they do everything contrary to what the Bible says. But yet they want to claim, in God we trust. This is a part of the big smoke screen that America has set up to deceive the masses of the people, going into today's times of what we see of how knowledge is increasing and things, all this different edification is constantly coming out day in and day out, which are leading more towards that we're at the end, of days. Okay? Somebody go to Isaiah 2.
This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 9.
12.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 12. Salaki says, "Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed this whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks."
So, the modern day Assyria is America. America is all ancient kingdoms wrapped up into one.
You good up?
Huh?
Smoke.
Yeah, I'm cool. America is all the old kingdoms wrapped up into one. They engulf all of the wickedness of all the other kingdoms, and they've made it into this mass conglomerate of wickedness, man. Go ahead.
Verse 13. For he saith, "By the strength of my hand have I done it, and by my wisdom. For I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people and have robbed their treasures."
Hey, so what has America done? This goes to prove the point of Nahum 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city, full of lies and robbery. This is what Esau has done. and their history tells it all to you right in the face. Yet our people go to idolize the same people who raped, robbed, and murdered your people. You want to forgive them at every drop of a dime or whatever they do, you know. But yet every other day you're being outraged. What we were just talking about the Dante, right? Talking about the
Toledo.
Yeah, Toledo, the little Ephraimite boy that just got killed when he had his hands up, right? And they just shot him anyway.
He was
13 years old.
He was running, and the cop ran him down, and he turned around and he killed him, shot him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who does this happen to? Israelites, man. Lies, robbery, murder, man. Yeah.
And it says, for I am prudent, and that reminds me of the the amendments. Here it is. It's called amendment, meaning going into change, because further on down the line, it's not going to go with the laws that it's not going to go with the laws that you plan to turn them into.
Yeah. That's why it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and write grievousness to which they prescribe. Because here it is, they're going off of, not only are you going off against the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, which you claim to be holier than thou and subscribe to, but you're going off against your own laws of your own land that you set up. Freedom of speech. You know, we can't even talk about, we were just talking about that about Dan. We can't even say nothing. You know, we can't talk about the pinch. We can't talk about the punch. You know, we can't talk about any of these things anymore, man, because what? There's no more freedom of speech, which is your law that you set up, that your people set up. You know, a right to be secure in their own persons and properties, man. What do? You get stop and frisk, man. You know, people coming by, what you got in your pockets, man? Run your shit. You know, you guys go against your own laws, man. That's why you're going to be destroyed.
It says, and I have removed the bounds of the people and have robbed their treasures. And I have, if I may add, hey, Mexico had Texas to California, man. You know, they had Nevada, Arizona.
5 states.
You know, so who did that, man? Hey, nobody but Esau Edom, man. Okay, you guilty as charged, man. You're the wicked. Every single one of you Edomites too, man. You know, that's why that movie, Malcolm X, that when Denzel Washington played Malcolm X, he had a flashback of all the Edomites he ever hung out with. He was like, damn, all of them niggas was wicked, man. Every single last one. They are literally the border of wickedness, bro. Every last one of them, man. Two-faced, backstabbing, you know, in some way, shape, or form, man. But it says, and I've robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. And my hand have found as a nest the riches of the people.
That he was supposed to rule by the force of the sword. That's the blessing, you know. Can't say this is not talking about you, Edom, because you still do these heinous acts. Okay, that's described. You're still doing it. You're still performing it. You know, it's not like this is something 100 years ago and thousands of years. Nah. It's still going on right now as we speak. Okay, this act of what the scriptures is speaking upon is happening right now. Okay, you can't help yourself, man. Yeah.
It says, and as one gathereth eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth, and there was none that moved the wing or opened the mouth or peeped.
And nobody had got nothing to say about nothing that you're doing, man. Well, because why? As described in Revelation, man, you had power that have fire come down from heaven, man. You know, you see, you during that time of World War II, man. Hey, man, you had everybody quiet, man. You know, you was that superpower of the world, man. You know, but now that power is slipping out of your hands. You know, you're getting sloppy. Okay, you're really quote unquote feeling yourself right now as far as the pride. You know, you're doing everything in your power to be adverse to the scriptures, man. Okay, every law, single law that's in the scriptures that has established to have the earth being ran in righteousness, man. you're deliberately going against, man. Okay? So you are guilty as charged, man. Okay? Just like they got the George Floyd trial. No, this is your trial right now, man. Okay? This is the testimony, okay, of the two candlesticks, man. That's right before your eyes, man. You know?
Yeah, I get a quick precept. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verses 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. It's like the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. So, like the brother was saying, man, this place is clean contrary to the Holy Scriptures, man. And that's what makes this the sinful kingdom. This place is filled with pride, you know, and it's completely wicked, man. You gotta add it to the brother on how this is like all the other ancient kingdoms wrapped up in one. This is like during the Tower of Babel as well, man. This is not the spirit of the Tower of Babel with all the confusion, and you got a new language program. They literally call it Babel. You know, where you can learn other people's languages, and they called it Babel. Why is that?
Yeah.
Because they got pride against the Most High. You know, they're saying we're gonna undo what you did, and we are gonna be one people, whether you like it or not.
Right.
Through our chit, man. You know, you can still say that. I don't know. You know.
I got a precept real quick. It's 2nd Ezra 15 and 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. So that's more of what? Showing you the bloody city. The Lord said, the righteous blood cried unto me, man. Just like when Cain killed Abel. And what the Lord said, like, his blood, you know what I'm saying, is crying up to him pretty much, you know what I'm saying? It's the same as the souls of the just of Israelites that was killed upon the soils of America for no reason at all. That's been killed throughout just traveling to get here, all in the ocean and everything, man. You polluted the earth by that. You polluted America by that. You know? If you establish a land in blood, how can it ever be righteous? Man, it can't, man.
We got something real quick to go with that. This is Revelations chapter 17, verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahawashi. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Yeah, the woman is talking about Babylon the Great, which is America. She was drunken by the blood of the saints, and the saints are the Israelites. You know, read it again.
Oh, and if I may add as well, because I forgot who said it, but he said more so-called black people aren't getting killed by the cops. It's just that now it's being filmed. So we was always be getting killed by the cops.
Yeah, of course.
It's just now that it's getting filmed.
Exactly.
Hey, Esau Edom knows how to pull strings, man, and because Jake wears their heart in his sleeve any damn way, you know. So now with this whole media just perpetuating and irritating this whole situation, man, you know, because they're actually just taking it and put it on the front street, man.
Right.
You know, and we know this mixed in with psyops at the end of the day, you know, but this is in the forefront of your television screen every day, man. Okay. You got this trial that's going on now, and that's basically the main topic now. Everybody's talking about, you know. It's like a TV series, man. You know.
Yeah, and the main reason why the mainstream media wants to put as much incidences where Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are being. You saw the one with the veteran.
Yeah.
That was pulled over at the
Lieutenant.
gas station. The lieutenant. You know, and. You know, the cops are acting all irrational. He has his hand out the windows, and he's just like, yo, what the hell is going on? And the point of the matter with all of these cases, the media wants to put out their anger to invoke a reaction of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which he's been trying to do for decades now, because he wants you to lash out so that he can retaliate in his comfort zone,
Right.
which is violence.
Right.
And the sword, you know, he wants you to get out there and fight, grab guns, take up arms, so that he could be in his comfort zone, break out his guns, and go and get busy, man. Esau is waiting to get busy. You know, let's not forget who we're dealing with when we're concerning the media, man, because you can never underestimate this topic concerning the media. Everything that you see on TV, on television, the mainstream media is controlled by 6 corporations, okay? And they're all run by Edomites, okay? I watched this movie when I was a kid, and I'll never forget it. It was called Good Morning Vietnam, starring Robin Williams. He was a radio disc jockey for the troops in the military, and every time he was given some news, okay, it had to be screened first by the military police and whoever was in the back room. They would take the news, they would look at it, they would take a black magic marker, and they would redact what you cannot say. And one time he took the paper or whatever before they took it and redacted it, went into the damn podium, locked the door, turned on the thing, said, "Good morning, Vietnam," and started reading the news as it was supposed to be written, and they broke the damn door down, cut the radio off, and dragged his ass off into wherever, man, you know? Fast forward to how much more so today? You think anything that comes out on the mainstream medium TV is not carefully planned, scripted and manipulated by these Edomites, man? Okay, they're putting this in your face to agitate you, to force a reaction, man.
Right. And the Lord said, "Who shall rise them up, man?" You know.
That's it.
You know. And this is, like I say, this whole trial thing that's going on, man. You know, hey, Jake may be up for a big letdown, man. You know. So then this guy, he may get off. You know. But either way, here's a plan. If he gets off, okay. You know, you're gonna be up in arms. You know. But you know what? Shut up and go down there and go take the back. You know?
Ooh, yeah.
You know? Shut up and go get the punch, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's all straight. Hey, real quick, Genesis 49 verse 9, since you quoted it, it says, "Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouches as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?"
That's really Yahawah at the end of the day, you know. Okay, the Lord's gonna rise up Judah, man. Okay, it's not gonna be on your own accord. You think it's on your own accord, man. All right, this place is already through, man. You know, real quick to go on the brother, right? This is Isaiah 24 verse 4. "The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is the foul under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant." You know, and this is what's going on right now, man. This place is withering away, man. You know, people can't see it. Why? It's because Jake just loves a gift destroys the heart, man. Jake, the gifts, the incentives that they're getting, the little goodies, you know, the stimulus. Okay, you know, when it's really it's gonna be offset on your taxes for your next tax return. Okay, so you're not really getting any type of real gain from this, you know. But then at the end of the day, you still got the hyperinflation on the rise, man. Okay, I mean, I went to the store, man, and I kid you not, man, it was like 3 little bags I had. That was like $125, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I don't know what the hell did I buy.
Yeah.
You see, so the buying power and them keep on printing this money, okay, and you people, Jakes, you taking it, and you Jakes, you just go, hey man, hey, we found parking today, man, right? Why? Everybody's out shopping, spending money, you know, right? But you gotta work much more harder. The dollar has to work much more harder to get the things that you need, the basic things that you need, man. Yeah. You know, people are not seeing that, man. People are just seeing that they getting something for nothing. That's what they think.
That's what they think.
You know, but it's just to offset the economy of what's going on right now, man. It's just offsetting things, man. You're not getting ahead. Jake thinks they're winning right now. You know?
Yeah, people walk up to the gas station and they just put their credit card into the thing and not realize that, you know, three quarters of a tank of gas, man, is like $30, man. It's rising. Yeah. So, you know, hey man, you gotta keep your eye on those gas prices because gas prices are very relevant to everything that you buy because what? Everything, newsflash, okay, when you go to the grocery store, the stuff that you see on the shelves doesn't just magically appear there,
Right.
okay? It comes from original place, probably somewhere in California or somewhere else in the Midwest. Okay, they put it on a truck. What drives a truck?
Diesel.
From the Midwest or from California to the East Coast or to wherever you're located. Gas.
Yes.
Okay.
Fuel.
So if gas prices rise, then food rises.
Right.
Yeah,
All right.
and recently last year, the trucking industry was talking about going on a strike.
Right.
You know, so if they don't deliver the food, you ain't got no food.
Yeah. And then the costs got to be passed down. You
Yeah.
know, but we know about that, right?
Yeah.
Brother,
Brother.
brother, we see that firsthand. How we know the guy tell us how the cost is being passed down, man, to the consumer, man.
Yeah.
Cause you think the company is gonna take that L when the diesel prices is rise, and now they gotta pay, an extra, whatever, extra 100 or extra 200, 300, whatever it may be at the end of the week.
Right. Right.
Hey, dudes is talking about if that's the case, we have to shut down tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what? Now he has to raise the prices of all of his products that he's delivering to the stores.
Right.
You think the stores is gonna take the L? Hell no. Now they gotta raise all the prices. So guess what's taking the L? Fucking us, man.
Right. Right.
Really fucking you.
Yeah. You.
Okay?
Right.
Because Yahawashi said that we gonna eat regardless. But you the ones that's gonna take the L. So and I was talking to this one woman, she still freaking eats at McDonald's. She's talking about how she gets a McDonald's meal. She gets it all the time, but she didn't get it for a week. Then she got it, and she said she ended up paying $7 extra for her meal.
You see that?
She was like, "What the hell?"
Right, you see that? Hey, listen, man. That little combination meal that was available for you, man. It's not a combination anymore, man. You probably had to buy certain things separate to get it to that amount, man. You know. And then when you talk about the brothers talk about the gas and everything else, people don't understand that the logistics, man.
Yeah.
You know. Jake think that everything's in the back room. You got in the back room, you ain't got no more. You got some in the back room. Everything got to be.
Word.
I mean, they're so used to seeing everything on the shelf, they just think that it's just there. They don't think how it gets there. The money, the manpower, the gas, the expenses that it takes to move it from locations to another. That's why you women, man, are gonna be messed up in that day, man. Okay, because what you live. KS man, Kevin said he breaks it down. You guys are all hyped up because you live in a first world society, man. But what happens when America is gonna go from first world to third world, man?
To no world.
All right, to no world.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna be fucked, man. You know, and anybody at this point that eats McDonald's, man, you're already dead.
Yeah.
All right, you're that stupid enough to go to that shit house, man, and eat that crap.
Right.
All right, you deserve death.
Yeah, I got a quick precept. Somebody was reading 24, Isaiah 24 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just continue to read, right? It says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant."
And we know how because what the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, man.
Yeah, but ultimately it's talking about Israel.
And, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Yeah.
Therefore, the earth languishes, man.
Yep. It says, verse 6, "Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left." It says, "The new wine mourneth, the vine languages, all of the merry heart do sigh. The mirth of the tabret, the mirth of the tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth, the joy of the heart ceaseth."
I mean, I too. It said how the merry heart is side. I did a lesson on that. They canceled the Mardi Gras down in New Orleans this year, and a woman was literally saying, "Oh man, I look forward to that every year, or maybe next year." You know, that's the scripture being fulfilled of everybody starting to sigh.
Right.
You can't go to your concerts, you can't go to your festivals. You know, all this you can't enjoy a full basketball game no more. So what? This place is languishing away, man. So why would you sell your soul?
Yeah, it says, verse 9, "They shall not drink wine with strong drink, shall They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in.
Hey, that's what's coming, man. This is what's on the horizon, man. When the brother read it in the verse above that, when it's talking about not drinking wine with a song, man, there ain't gonna be nobody gonna be in a merry spirit, man. You know, that strong drink is gonna be bitter, man. It's because why? It's because you're gonna try to drink that pain away, man.
Yeah.
You know, sorrow, man. You ain't gonna be drinking from pleasure, man. Okay? You know, simple Jake, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, crowding the liquor store for every day. Every day is an occasion for Jake, man. Happy-go-lucky Jake, man. You know, every day is an occasion to go run to the liquor store, man. But you ain't gonna be drinking it in that time of you know, for your pleasure, man.
Yeah, this is
And if I can add too, and as the days get closer to the Lord coming, we gotta understand that the Lord is gonna through the Spirit. We know that the Lord is gonna throw a monkey wrench in there, meaning to where it's gonna be a huge event that's gonna change everything at the drop of a dime. You know, because normally, you know, if Esau had it his way, he would just, you know, continue gradualism. But the Lord's gonna throw a monkey wrench in there, man. And like when you watch shows like movies like San Andreas or certain movies to where one day, you know, the father's waking up, kissing the wife, taking the kids to school, and then out of nowhere, shit just changed. That's how it's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah. This is a point. Isaiah 24:11. There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened, and the mirth of the land is gone.
Right, and then people are gonna be asking, you know, why? What's going on? You know, I can just imagine it, man. You know, the family in the car singing a little song or whatever. They had a traffic stop, and then some big explosion just happened. Shit just changed, right? People don't understand that shit is gonna change at the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
You know, you think shit like brothers going into, you go to spring break, Mardi Gras, you know what I'm saying? You wait for the NFL draft to happen, you know, you buy your season tickets, you go on vacation with your family. People are still planning on vacation at this very day. People are still going on vacation at this very day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, people like we talked about that a few years ago a couple times. Back to the supermarkets. If the supermarket shut down, like let's say the truckers do strike and the food stops making it to the supermarkets, a supermarket could be cleaned out within like what 3 to 4 days,
A few hours.
Few hours.
Yeah,
And that's right. I stand corrected because examples of that are hurricanes, major storms, and things like that. Every time there's a hurricane or a warning, people come into that supermarket. You ain't should try to go in the supermarket and find some water, man.
Well,
Shit,
well,
last year.
what they're gonna do is if they know they know that if the truck is not coming, you know, who's ever in the store and they got wind to it, they're gonna buy whatever's on the shelf. But remember, they still got storage back there, so they're gonna start rationalizing the food. They're only gonna bring out so amount of waters, so amount of tissue, so amount of soap. Yeah, so they can actually prevent people from rioting and I guess or taking everything.
Oh,
you know,
running out of equipment, you know, and
Mhm.
being there and having to shut the doors, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and the Lord through the Spirit, the Lord's giving us these little tidbits, and we already see these things coming, man. Even these little bumps in the road that this place has, as far as events and stuff like that, we see it coming, man. We see it, man. What more when everybody is bracing themselves for the biggest economic collapse ever.
Right.
Okay, this is what the analysts are talking about, man. Okay, and these people that's in the know, they're preparing themselves, man, to get out of Dodge, man.
Yeah.
You see?
Well, the scriptures say that the Lord cometh as a thief in the night, man. So, like what happened over there in Texas with that flash flood, nobody was prepared for that, man. Shit got fucked up. You know, you cannot prepare for what you cannot see.
Hey, you got an NFL player or an ex-NFL player that's on ESPN. His family is still in a hotel because he had a house down in Houston, Texas. Their house is still being built back up from being destroyed from the ice storm, man. He got his whole family still in the hotel, man. You know, and check that out, man.
Been there 2 months ago.
You know, a commentator on ESPN, ex-basketball player, Salakia.
No, I think you're right.
Kendrick Perkins.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Kendrick Perkins. Yeah.
I got some. That's it on that.
No, that's it.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Hey, the Lord's gonna snuff you niggas, man. Okay? That's what's gonna go down, man. Alright, because everybody's all happy-go-lucky, don't know what the hell's going on, man. Okay, and people don't have a delight for the scriptures, man. And don't even redeem the time, man. The days are evil, man. Yeah.
It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, hey, you literally got niggas that got the pinch and Krispy Kremes thinking shit is sweet with a free donut.
I can get glazed in your mouth, man.
Yeah.
Yo, first of all, you take the pinch to stay safe and to stay safe and healthy. All right, and then you go ahead and shovel down a Krispy Kreme donut. All right, down your damn fucking pie hole, man. All right, you know, because that's very counterintuitive and that makes a whole lot of sense, man. And we were talking about this before the camera cut on. Man, take this punch, all right, because you know less than 1% of the people are you know suffering from this thing, so to speak. Supposedly, but here it is. Case in point. At the same token, 10% of the population has died due to tobacco use, which is legal and perfectly legal to go ahead and buy. You can go to a grocery store. I can go to a grocery store right now and buy a damn long 100 pack of Newports or Marlboro Lights, man. You know. You know, you know what I mean? You know, because if you were so concerned with everybody's safety, then how come this stuff is legal to buy?
Right.
How come it's not mandatory to smoke cigarettes, man? You know, that's why this place is Babylon the Great, man. Confusion. You know, you guys don't make no damn sense.
Yeah, quick precept, Isaiah 32:6. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against Yahawah, and to make empty the souls of the hungry.
Damn,
And
well,
he
they practice hypocrisy. That's the doctor. You know? Dr. Falsely.
Dr. Falsely, man.
Fauci ouchie.
Killing Gates,
Yeah, Hippocratic oath.
yeah.
Practice, you know. What don't practice like go back to witchcraft and shit.
Yeah. What's the other part of that scripture?
It says, and to utter error against Yahawah.
Yeah, to utter error against Yahawah, okay? Because what? Hey, if you believed in the Lord, as America's slogan is, in God we trust, okay? Then why don't you trust in the Lord and how He built you as a person in your body, your body and your immune system itself, the white blood cells and you know your gut health, your what's it called? Your immune system.
Right.
Your immune system. You know, how come you utter error in the Lord because what? You have to have these foreign objects put into you to keep you safe. What's wrong with the way the Lord made you, man?
Yeah, DNA gene editing.
Where's your why does anything that we have right here need to be edited, man?
Right.
You know, where's your faith at, man?
Hey, brother spoke in camp about, I don't know which brother said it, but he said at the age of 5 with your child, they're gonna do what? As far as,
Crazy.
He said you're like an unknown.
Yeah, you're gender neutral.
yeah, you're gender neutral until you're the age of 5. So if a father have a son, he can't officially label his child until he's 5 years old to determine what gender he is.
So what do you call it?
That's crazy.
What do you call the child then?
But meanwhile, from being a baby to the age of 5, if he has a rod between his legs, he's going to stand up and pee. He's going to be potty trained. All right. He's going to have something between his legs. So how do you not know what he is?
Yeah.
You know, that's Babylon for you.
That's Babylon.
Hey, real quick, all of those tech videos that we hesitate to put up because of getting a strike. That's error towards Yahawashi.
Yeah.
You know, your future endeavors, man. What you plan on doing, what you're working on doing. Oh, this university is working on this project. This is a joint project between this university and that university, and we're gonna do this and the things that future endeavors. All of that is error, is uttering error towards Yahawashi, man. Because first and foremost, though, it's gonna come to naught.
Yeah. Real quick, when brothers were mentioning Babylon, and confusion, I did a lesson on that, and I just through looking up definitions and things like that, confusion and Babylon and everything, ultimately takes you to the word chaos. You know, that's what it really is. That's what this place is. It's chaos, man. It's chaotic. You know, brothers, you know, for your own edification, look up that word.
Hey.
Going into what you went into, right? This is from NBC News. First off, it's entitled "Boy or Girl? Parents Raising Babies Let Kids Decide." And then they begin to say that
That's chaos, man.
Yeah.
Let kids decide.
Right.
yeah, because they say that is gender hardwired? At birth, reproductive organs reveal a baby's assigned sex. Gender, however, comes later around age 4.
Oh, okay, so it's 4 now. So let a child decide whether he should wipe his ass or not after he shit. You know, because if not, what a baby gonna do? He gonna get up and run. He gonna run off and play with things. He ain't gonna worry about, you know, that he need to wipe his butt. You know, he gonna play with his own shit. He don't know what it is. That's Esau gotta go.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, you know, back in that scripture, which is Isaiah 32:6. You got more in there, right?
Oh, it's a little bit more, yeah.
Well, let me just say this real quick, because the word hypocrisy, all right, when you look this word hypocrisy up in the blue letter, and Isaiah 32:6, it says godlessness, hypocrite, profaneness. It says moral filth, wickedness, impiety, you know, and that's Esau all the way. You know, he's profane, he's straight up wicked. His moral filth. You know?
Yeah.
You're hitting a sour note on a raggedy stage. That's what you representing right here, man. You know, you gotta go, man. You know how the old time stage you gotta go. The big oversized king comes out. It takes him away.
The Sandman.
Yeah, Sandman's news. You know.
Yeah, the Apollo Theater, man.
You gotta go. Yeah, gong show, man. This is the goddamn menstrual gong show, man. That's going on here. Man. Everybody remember the gong show?
The Gong Show.
The hell?
Yep. That's right.
See, what Esau is being made to do is cause destruction upon his own self and his stolen land of his. You know, even around the world, and this whole inhabitants in which he possessed. You know, having the fatness of the earth, living by the sword. You know, his whole blessing is the blessing of destruction, but really destruction to himself.
Yeah.
You know,
And that proves that we in the time of Revelations, man, because the scriptures say there's going to be a red horse that power is given him to take peace from the earth. So if you in the churches, then the pastor is still talking about Revelations, the book of Revelation is still, you better get out of it.
Yeah. Going off, right? It says, I read again, at birth, reproductive organs reveal a baby's assigned sex. Gender, however, comes later around age 4 when children begin to identify as masculine, feminine, or somewhere along that spectrum, experts say. What kind of experts is these, bro?
What do a 4-year-old know about any of what that was just said in that article right there, man? This is fucking nonsense. They say it takes for a child's brain to develop like the first 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And even at that point, your maturity level still doesn't reach a certain height and say until you're at the age of 25 technically. That's the real science of what science say. You know what I'm saying?
which makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense in that way. That's common sense.
Yeah.
It's not common sense when you have a child that's only 4 years old and he thinking he could take care of himself. He don't know what's life. He don't know what's what yet.
Yeah.
They don't even fully understand male, female, and all of that.
They don't
It's
even care
even
about that.
identify themselves.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, just to reference Jacob and Esau again in Genesis 25, and I'll read verse 25. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Right.
Why did they say his name? Obviously, the baby came out, he had a penis, and they said, oh, it's a boy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because what? He's gender identifiable.
Right.
You know?
Hey, real quick. The reason why
Same with
that
Jacob.
and the reason why that article is they say that with that article is because for them to have their curriculum that's set up, the new curriculum that's set up in these preschools, all right, will steer them to be in that mindset of I have a right to choose.
Yeah.
You know, the TV, the media, the shows that's on that are geared towards them, the curriculum that's in school, the system that's put in place as far as how the teachers are to have them interact with each other and how to be a child.
Right.
You know, on how that is to guide them to be to where it's like, okay, now you're at the point to where it's like there's no neutral, everything's neutral and you have a choice.
Well, there's going to be a problem because, you know, this is why Esau is trying to get into the homes now with this thing he got going on as far as this health issue, this health crisis, so to say. Because if you're teaching your child the honest truth, all right, common sense, and he goes to school and the teacher's teaching him nonsense, you know, the child is going to believe who? His teacher or his parents. All right. And then what is the teacher going to say to the parent? Don't teach your children that he's a boy. They're not considered children yet. I mean, boys and girls yet. You know, so it's just basically great confusion with Babylon, man.
Yeah, because
No?
it's like you're going to be hoping for a boy. Like right now, or whatever, if you get your woman pregnant, you could say, man, I hope I get a boy, I hope I get a girl. But now you're going to wait till they turn 4 for him to announce at his 4th birthday party, all right, guys, I think that I'm a boy. And then you're going to be happy? That's ass backwards, man.
Yeah.
You know, when children is coming up, regardless whether it's a boy or a girl, they not thinking like, okay, well, what if you're a boy, you're not coming up at 4 or 5 years old and wondering about what a vagina is. Even
Right.
at 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
Like my son is 8. All he knows is just playing his little video game, and he's not thinking about no shit like that.
Right.
Or a little girl is not wondering, oh well, your thing is different from. They're not thinking about shit like that, man.
Right.
Word.
They can't even comprehend anything. They can't comprehend themselves at all.
Yo, real quick, that makes me think of that anime Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, but the original Dragon Ball. When Goku was just a little baby. When he first met Bulma, he didn't even know what a girl, he didn't even know what a girl was. You know what I mean? He didn't even know what a girl was. You know, because kids don't even think about things like that, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you have these wicked people that are grown adults coming back and thinking how children should act when they don't relate to that because they're adults.
Right.
You know? You're a full grown adult and you're like, let me try to get into a mind of a child. You can't do it.
Well, what's being done is that the elites, these Edomites, want to push that pedophilia. They want to be able to.
That's how they want to get
They
it.
want to be able to have relationships with little children.
Yeah,
That's really what it's about. You know, when Obama passed laws for the moles and the Transformers, he opened up the gates of hell. He opened up, I say the gates of hell, but he opened up every avenue of unlawful sex. You know, which is adultery. You know.
Yeah.
But real quick, let me finish it. This is Isaiah 32:6. For the vile person will speak villainly. It says, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against Yahawah, to make empty the souls of the hungry. And he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. It says the instruments, remember what Yahawashi said, none shall be, roughly paraphrasing, shall not thirst.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
His word.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that Jake that's keeping Jake. This whole thing with this man is keeping Jake in that dry bone state, man. You know, you're not being properly nourished, man. Okay, with this word. Why? It's because you reject it, man. Because you are so in tune with what this man puts on a platter for you, man. You eat it up.
Yeah.
You know, you're not drinking water out of your own cistern, man.
Yahawashi also said, blessed is he that hungers for righteousness' sake, and he will be filled. But, you know, times come when they're going to cut the internet.
Yeah, that's what the ball game. They can do what they want.
Yeah, real quick. It's back in Nahum 3, And 4, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. This goes into everything in which we're talking about, because everything that the society projects, it's witchcraft, it's sorcery, it's dark magic, things of the left-hand side of the world, man.
Spiritual wickedness in high places.
Exactly, spiritual wickedness in high places, and how it clearly said what the mistress of witchcraft who selleth nations through her whoredoms. I forgot what exact video I was watching the other day, but I was going through the comments because I always like to go through different comments and different videos and see the mindset of people. You know what I'm saying? It was a video about like men and women and stuff like that. And one of the person, they was from Norway. It said, I'm from Norway, and American culture has spilled over into our nation. It's been affecting us. You know what I'm saying? So this is how you know that this is telling the truth. That selleth nations through her whoredoms. You sell your image of what the world should be, and now other nations are adopting your ways. America is the only place where other cultures will leave what they believe in it and things in which they forefathers have practiced for centuries on top of centuries and convert over to this new way of thinking. Even when it comes down to their women, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? What the Eddie Murphy say in one of those stand-ups? It's like you meet a girl from Japan or somewhere. It's like
Africa, yeah.
Yeah, Africa and all that. I forgot how you say that shit.
I forgot how he said, but
So,
he said best.
Eddie, what have you done for me
What have
lately?
you done for me lately?
Eddie, you know what I'm saying? Like they switch everything up for what the way of American life, because everybody looks at America as that well-favored harlot because it dresses and it decorates itself in such fashion, man. And it said in the last part, it said what? And families through her witchcraft, and this is what we get into about it's fucking up the family structure, man.
Right. Hey, real quick precept for you. Revelations 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxing rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Yeah, the main example of that is like China, maybe Japan, and falling into the wine. You look at Japan after they were bombed. You look at Japan now, Tokyo and all that stuff. It looks like downtown Manhattan, man. Everybody walking, suit and ties. Even bosses and top rich elites of that nation. They don't walk around in their own garments. They walk around in suit and ties. Who came around with the suit and tie, man? The Edomites, man.
Yeah.
They set all that up. Another example is in the Middle East, man. Hashtag free your hair, right? When women in driving. Hey, listen, man. Everything was perfectly fine in the Middle East before you Edomites showed up, man. Everything was in order. But now when you guys showed up and included your democracy, now everything's chaotic, man.
Yeah, precept. This is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
That's it.
Yep, and that's everything going against their customs, man, and taking on. Like I said, they want to. America wants to turn every place into like a 42nd Street, man, the old 42nd Street.
Yeah, real quick. This is back in Revelations chapter 18:9. It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of the torment, saying, at last, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thou judgment come.
Hey, the place that they love to hate, man. At last, the place that they love to hate, man. But why? They're powerless, man. At this point, man.
Right.
Okay, the Lord is going to raise these nations up, man. Some of the nations, man. But the merchants, man, are going to beware this place, man. Because this is a consumer-based economy, man. Everything is oversized and supersized. You know?
Yeah, I was looking at a freaking hat, man, and it looked real nice, and it was $23 shipping. I'm like, what the $23 shipping? It was a sports team hat, and you know why? Because they make it in Germany. What the fuck are they doing in Germany making American sports teams hats, man?
Right.
Because they know that everybody here just wants to buy shit,
Right.
and now all the way in Germany they trying to get money off of Americans, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, no wonder why $23 shipping. Because all these other nations, this is the bread and basket, man. This is the cow, and they just milking the cow of you so-called Americans, man.
Yeah, this is Revelations 18:11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. It says the merchandise of gold and of silver and precious stones and of pearls and in fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet. It says, and of the, what's how you say that, the dinah wood. It says, in all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and of iron and marble.
Yeah. You know what? You could hate somebody. You could hate somebody's guts and still have a business relationship with them if you're mature enough and business minded, you know. And that's why at the same point in time, you know, these nations are gonna be clamoring for this place to be destroyed, but at the same time be like,
Like you love to hate, man.
there goes all my money, man. You know.
It says, verse 13, and cinnamon and odors and ornaments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and the beasts and the sheep and the horses and the chariots and slaves and souls of men.
Souls of men. Souls of men. And this place is all about souls of men. This is how this place, they keep on continuing on with their witchcraft, man. Okay? That's why you got all these dead rappers, man, dropping dead left and right, man. Hey, man, that's that witchcraft that they have these guys involved in, man, is feeding this place, man. We're keeping this place going, man. You children of Israel, man. Okay? This place is on fucking, we hold this place up with sticks, so to speak, man, on crutches.
Well, Joe Biden, he said, you know, when he came in, you know, became the president, he had a Zoom. Yeah, he said the face of America is going to be the Latinos and blacks. You know, that's going to be the new face of America, is what he was saying. But verse 14, it says, and the fruits that thou so lustest after and are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all.
And that's it, man. All of this corruptible things that they hold in high esteem, be a part of a high society, you know, is gonna be no more, man.
Yep. Verse 15, it says, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, at last, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught.
That's and naked, man. That's what's coming to this place, man. You know, and it's well ordered, man.
It says, and every shipmaster in all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off.
Now, real quick, that proves that Babylon the Great is a place that has coasts,
right,
where you can dock ships.
Right.
Okay.
The port.
The Vatican doesn't have.
Right.
The Vatican doesn't
That's a
have
good point.
a coast.
McFly.
Where you can dock ships where people can go back and trade with you.
That's a good point.
McFly.
Con. It says, verse 18, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by the reason of her costliness.
Right, and nobody's getting rich off the Vatican, man. Okay, shipping, merchandising, sending merchandise to the Vatican, man. Okay, it's talking about this place here, man. The place of greed, the greediness of greediness.
It's
This
corporation, yeah.
Yep.
It
And
said-
you could even, I just did a quick Google search. What company has the highest, which country has the highest amount of imports? And number one comes in the United States.
Yeah,
Right.
that's it.
Can't get around that.
Can't get around it.
I mean, Trump was trying to come in there and turn things around. That's what the entire tariff system was about.
Right.
You know, so causing the tariffs
Right.
so that the companies in America with the taxes going to, because what? It was cheaper labor to export labor out to the outside nations.
Right.
It was cheaper to do that. But with the tariffs, it was a burden to try to bring everything in-house.
Yeah.
But guess what? The higher powers got rid of his ass because that's not what they want.
Right.
America is a consuming nation,
Yeah.
and it's to fulfill prophecy ultimately
Yeah.
that, you know, all that through America, all these nations are going to be made
Are
rich.
made
off
rich, right? And the terror is sanctions.
Sanctions.
And what is Joe Biden doing to Russia right now? Putting on sanctions.
Sanctions.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
He's trying to bring that war. Yep.
Trump was the last white hope, man, that you had, man, because that would have breathed a little more life into this place, man, to where they would be able to control the trade imbalance, and basically have this place produce much more of the goods, man.
Yeah.
You know, but this place is not dealing with on an even playing field, man. This is the consumer-based economy, man.
They don't want that to happen.
Right.
And you know, that's funny. I think it was in camp we were talking about earlier today about maybe a foreign power invading America. And you know, a likely candidate of that would be maybe China, maybe North Korea, as it did in that video game,
Yeah.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, the
Red
movie.
Dawn or something like that. The movie. There was
Yeah.
two movies, an older one and a newer one
Yeah.
that they had. And it's not far fetched because you look at the ties between the current president's son, you know, and the current president himself in China and things like that. And
Yeah.
the shift, because when it was Trump, it was like, oh, Trump is in bed with Russia, you know, they're the devil. But then, you know, I'm afraid to say his name. You know, the current president
Right, right.
today,
Oh.
his ties with China and everything, you know, because who bought America's debt? You know, a large percent of America's debt, China.
Right.
You know, so if anybody China has the right. It's their fucking country.
Yeah, it's their country.
It's
yeah.
technically their
Yeah.
country. They own it. They bought your debt. They have a right to come in here and hold you under military what do you call it? Concentration camps,
Yeah,
man.
and that's why there's gonna be a World War III.
Right.
These elites are holding that back. Really, it's the Lord. Another thing too, you can't according to the algorithm, you can't say Mr.
Yeah.
Triumph, Trump.
Oh,
You can't say his name,
Yeah.
but they're flagging for that too.
Oh,
This shit
for
crazy,
him too?
yeah.
For him?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Hey,
say
hey,
that.
hey,
It is what it is, but I'm just
yeah,
I'm
I'll
throwing it
say
out
T
there,
next time.
so y'all know about it. Yeah.
I didn't even know.
And we're not breaking this man up.
DJ.
He got to be DJ,
He's the devil too.
We understand he's blackballed, but we ain't no fan
Yeah.
of him either, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're a bunch of devils.
I mean,
man.
we're just
What do you want?
calling it as we see it.
Cut the internet.
Yeah,
We just calling it as we see
it
it.
is what it is, but
Yeah.
since I've picked up on that information, I thought to say it, tell y'all,
Oh,
I got
okay.
that.
That's the one.
just a little bit. Like
Okay,
that. All right, it says, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. It says, verse 20, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahawah have avenged you on her.
See that? Can't get around that. What you say about that, vocab? What you think about that?
Let's go.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Oh, hold on. And then it says, verse 21, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down,
Yeah, read that one more time.
and shall be found no more at all.
Yeah, read that again.
Con, this is Revelations 18:21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
And who's the ones that's bringing out a scripture like that, man? GreatMillStone, man. Okay, we're reading your judgment, man. It is what it is.
And
all right.
they might not even want to read. Other kids might not want to read that scripture because it's such a great.
Well, let's see if they can read this one. This is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 46 and 20. Egypt is like a fair heifer, but destruction cometh. It cometh out of the north. Also her hired men are in the midst of her like fatted bullocks, for they also are turned back and are fled away together. They did not stand, because the day of their calamity was come upon them in the time of their visitation. Yeah, that's how we don't need no breaking down. Don't sound nothing good in there, man. It just talks about your judgment.
That's we appreciate it.
Can I go back to this? 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Whew. So it's a silver lining.
Yeah, because we of the knowing. All right, we didn't despise the word of the Lord. We of the knowing. We know. All right, so why would the Lord come to us as a thief? We know. He told us. He warned us that he's gonna come like a thief in the night. You know.
It says, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Ooh, hey, what's that?
1 Thessalonians 5:6.
1 Thessalonians 5:6. Real quick, I had looked this up before. 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 6. All right, now go into the blue letter word of sober. And real quick, Salakia. All right, sober. Okay, it says to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit. It says to be temperate, dispassionate, circumspect. Be sober, watch. All right, it's a little different from the other one. Okay, it's just simple. All right, discreet, be sober, watch. You know, which is discreet. To be discreet is honest. You know.
I got one real quick. You got more on that?
Yeah. So it says, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
Salaki, excuse me. Discreet means to. It says you are polite and careful in what you do or say. So you're careful in what you do or say. Excuse me. Let me correct myself.
Considerate.
Yeah. Considerate. Yeah.
Come on, that's exactly what we're doing. It says, verse 7, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. For the Most High hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach. So, these 2/3, y'all the ones that are really appointed to that wrath of Yahawah Shemashah, because y'all totally deserve it, man. And y'all father the devil Esau, and like Yahawashi was the one that said that. And the lust of your father ye will do. You're a bunch of moles, you're a bunch of adulterers, and all of that, man. You're damn near clean contrary to the scriptures, like Esau is, man. Yeah. You don't want to hear the scriptures. You're prideful. You don't want to be told nothing. So therefore, the Lord is about to destroy y'all, man. And we're not supposed to feel sorry for y'all. Scripture say, pray not thou for this people, man.
That's right.
Yeah, it was just something going into what the brother had mentioned about, how the Lord, how that GreatMillStone take this place up. So this is Daniel 2, and I'll jump straight to the point. Actually, I'll read up, start at 44, the points from 45. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Wow.
For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain, right? Reminds you of, what is that, 2nd Esdras 13?
The 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a chariot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's in that chariot? Yahawashi.
Yeah.
Yep. It says, without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God hath made known to the king what shall come to pass.
The iron, the brass, the silver, and the gold. I know the iron was the ancient Roman Empire. You know, the gold was the Babylonians. The silver was the Greco, ancient Greece. You know, or the Medo-Persian Empire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all these that's the entire image of Nebuchadnezzar's vision of the statue being broken down, and what happened all the way down to the iron mixed with the miry clay. That rock came down and destroyed it, and that rock is Yahawashi, man.
At the feet, yeah.
At the feet.
It says, the great God, I'll read it again. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces, the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure.
Yeah, referring Nebuchadnezzar's dream, man. You know, and we're in that time right now. You know.
And that word certain goes into the word fixed.
It was written. It was written in the scriptures. It must come to pass. It's been prophesied. Babylon the Great has already been destroyed. We're just waiting for it to happen in this dimension, man. You know.
That's it.
Oh yeah, there was a point I wanted to make real quick. I was watching this show, and you know, Jake, these brothers, well, he's not they brothers in the truth, but you know, they old heads from California. You know, I forgot the name of their channel. You probably know Shalom. You know, they like, you know, like OGs and shit. You know, come together. They had northern and southern. You know, speaking of really what's going on in the hoods and stuff like that. And the northern guy, he was making a point about something he said he go over, like he got his own podcast or whatever. He was speaking on the so-called UFOs, and you know, at the same time listening to his show, and I'm like, damn, how y'all don't know that they chariots of the Most High and those are angels? But one thing he said, it was an Edomite breaking it down. He said that, you know, the Esau saying it's aliens and this, and they said they saw tall figures come off the ship, which we saw that through what's the dude, Nelson, the Edomite.
8 foot tall.
He said they had a chip. Yeah, he said they had a chip. And he said that also too, the ship, he said when you go on the ship, he said the Edomite was saying that when you go on the ship, it's one ship, it looks on the outside small, but inside the ship it looks like 10 football fields and shit, you know. But hey, through the spirit, you know, that could be true through the spirit, you know, going on those ships, because the Lord is not of this world, you know. And brother was speaking about the chariots and things like that, you know. But it is what it is, man, you know.
So with that, you know, we hope this segment was edifying. We'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory
To Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash.
Double honors to the Apostle and GreatMillStone, and Shalom to like I did. Those for the faith, live, love, and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom to the brother on the comment board too. Shalom. Gave us a dislike.
Yeah,
Somebody
we're-